Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to the stream. How are you guys? Let me know how the audio level is for music, if you want to keep listening to music. Yeah, we did Komi-san earlier. MangaPod happens at 3:30 BST. So it happened like 6 hours ago. Wait, no, that's way too long ago, right? It ended around 5, I think. 6, 7, 8, 9. It ended 4 hours ago, I guess. Hello. Boop. So, today I said that I was gonna do some little clay stakes to put in my plants with their names on them. Unfortunately, the place that I was swearing up and down had clay, did not have clay. So I have to share this gem from Jesse's stream. Oh god.
Dodger confirmed super toxic. The only thing toxic about Dodger is her farts. Oh!
This man knows me. This man knows me. He knows. He knows what it's all about. Yeah, so on stream, like, what, a month ago, we did a study hall, and I bought this jacket for Clarky. We added a couple of patches to it, and remember I was like, it's way too big for her, she's not gonna wear it. We tried it on because I wanted to double check specifically the placement of this patch. We tried it on and she loved it and has worn it a bunch since then, even though it's huge. I'm gonna bring up pictures so you guys can see how dang cute she is in it. But at the time we didn't have enough time to put on this third patch. I have since bought 3 more patches to put on this jacket, so we will have more to do, but not for today. Today we just have the one. Look how fashionable. Look how fashionable this baby. With the I'm Baby patch, which, by the way, placed perfectly because we're worth it. And this patch as well. So cute. So cute. She loves the jacket. So, that's amazing. Gotta keep working on it, right? So, yeah. This is the jacket. This is what it looks like. It's like a built-in... It's meant to look like it's 2 jackets overlaid, but they're not. So we've got the I'm Baby patch. We've got... Even artichokes have hearts. Adorable. And... Today we're going to be adding small steps every day. So cute. Let me find... Just so you guys can know what's to come in the future. Let me find the other ones that I bought. Because they're so cute. Because they're so cute. Purchases. Okay. I got this one from Compoko that somebody recommended because it is so good. As y'all know, Clarky loves dinos. And her bedroom is like kind of space themed. There's like stars on a lot of stuff. So this is one that I got. It says never stop dreaming with a little dinosaur. Dress up like an astronaut. Fuck, it's cute. That one. This one. Also very cute, from a store called Silver Clock Threads. They make like basically like funny merit badges, like the sorts of badges that you would get if you were in like Boy Scouts or whatever. So that one was super cute. And then I was like, I can't just get a bunch of circle ones, right? Because we already have 2 circle ones, and it's nice having it broken up with something that is like a different shape. So I saw this one and I was like, that's super cute. I'm getting that one and putting it on the back. So this is the other one. So those are the 3 that I bought to put on her jacket that I think are going to be super cute. So the like Pinky Promise one can like literally go like right here maybe. But we were talking about trying to find kind of like clamp style wing patches. I have not found that yet. They're cute, right? They're all very cute. So thank you guys for the recommendations of like places to look for wholesome patches. They're all very cute. Hi Siren, how are you? And Phil. Oh, bunch of art buds are in here being cutie patooties. How are you guys? I low-key like the hoodie with the zipper jean jacket look. Sue me, it looks nice. Yeah, it's great. The only thing that sucks is sometimes she gets into a mood where she desperately wants to button it, but it looks weird when you button it because it's not designed to button. So sometimes she's like, Mommy, button it. Mommy, button it. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna look real dumb though. Getting ready for work. Big hugs, bud. Yeah, this one, Danny got at a convention and gave to me. This one, Mel made and never sold, so she just gave me one. And Clark is like really into Moomin, so it all worked out. Still says talk shows. Oh, my Go Live my Go Live thing said Comey. That's probably why people got confused. We're putting patches on a cute jacket. Jacket. God damn it. This is why I thought I changed all this metadata, but I did not. I'm gonna leave no spoilers up as a tag, and anime. I'm leaving them both up as tags. You can't stop me. Cute. No spoilsies. No spoilsies, y'all. So now our big question. Our big question here. Where are we gonna put this? We talked about putting it on the back, but I don't know. We have this one on the arm, and this one here, and I can't hear the music, but I want to. There we go. A song just started, I guess, question mark? So we could put one like up here. That wouldn't interfere with the wings, but it will get covered up by this. So it's probably not worth it, right? Currently, we do have to do the sleeves like this. So I don't think that there's any point in considering anywhere lower than this for a patch, right? And even then, I don't think that I would, in case she's like me and wants to fucking do this with all of her shirts anyway. So, I mean, we could just, like, not mirror it, but hold on. Let's zip it up. That's what I did last time, and it helped a lot. Welcome to Study Hall, guys. What are y'all working on? Yeah, so it's currently that. This one, and then, so it could be that kind of a thing. It's a little boring though, right? That's a little too heavy this side, but that's weird because there's already a patch here. You're drawing a new OC? Oh, that's fun. That's fun. We could just do lower back. I might want to do lower back this side, though, although... I'm second guessing this only because, like, directly opposite this is the artichoke. But I think if you're looking at the back, this might work. And then if we found wings, right? What do you guys think? Like that kind of a thing? Or keep in mind we're gonna have 3 more that we need to find places for that don't include wings if we're able to find cute wing patches. Isn't the hood gonna block? It'll only block part of the back. So that's how far the hood comes down. So, and then the other option is like this. But I think this is a little weird for some reason. I think because there's already a patch there. But it's cute. Lower, like here. If we did this kind of a thing, we could have another one here-ish, potentially. But like, I think I prefer the back because it gives like a little interest in multiple places. Like the back is going to have more stuff on it. The front is going to have something on it, right? But for now, with only a couple of patches, it might be nice to have something on the back. So like imagine, if you will, wing. Or maybe one wing, if, you know, she wants to be Sephiroth, who cares? Wing. And then like a couple circle ones on the back here. I think this is good. I like this. Are you guys down for this? Okay. Cool. We'll do that. Easy peasy. See how fucking easy this is? What kind of wings are you looking for? I think it would be cute to have like kind of clamp style wings. Not like Hell's Angels wings, but like kind of like fluffy looking, like more cute wings. Might be fun. Yeah, clamp is just what I keep thinking of. Like card captor sort of wings. Yeah, those kinds of things. Yeah, this sort of a thing. Ho ho. So, Kino Winterwolf just linked some. They're small. I wonder if there are bigger ones. I'm sure I can find bigger ones. Is it a cat or a pony? It's a donkey. Small steps. He's doing his best. Nevlis, happy 1 year. Thank you very much. Can I show you guys where my kid bit me? Well, first of all, right there. We're going through a biting phase again. Not my favorite. Right there. And right there. This was a tantrum bite, which I ignore as much as possible. So she's tantruming and bit me, and I just calmly pulled her off, but Jesus Christ, this one hurt, and that's why it's so dark. This one was, she went in to kiss my cheek, and instead of kissing it, she bit me, and I was like, we can communicate well enough that I'm able to be like, that hurt. like that did not feel good. That's not funny. I need you to kiss it because it's a boo-boo now and you hurt mommy. And so for the rest of the day, she would come up to me and get really close and go, Mommy, you have a boo-boo. I was like, yeah. If you'll recall, you gave it to me. So it's hard because with the tantrum stuff, you're supposed to ignore it typically. But when it's like, I think this is funny, like I think it's funny to hit you, I think it's funny to bite you, that's harder to deal with. I'm sure a lot of people would say you're also still supposed to ignore it. What causes biting phases? I mean, kids will, when they start having tantrums, there are just things that they will do when it reaches a boiling point for them, right? When they just like, they don't know what to do with all their feelings. And sometimes they'll hit, and sometimes they'll grab you with whatever they can, including their mouth. So when she first started having tantrums, she would bite me occasionally. And it became a thing where if she was having a tantrum, if I needed to pick her up or if I was already holding her, I would hold her at a distance and then potentially just set her down and step away. Be like, I love you and I'm here if you need a hug. But there's a lot going on over there right now and I don't want to get bit. So, yeah. So this is now our first tantrum bite in a long time. And I was like, wow, that really hurt. And then she bit me for a laugh. And I feel like she and I have a good communication skills. I feel like I should be able to say to her, hey, that fucking hurt. Baby teeth are sharp. They are super sharp. Yes. Yeah, my sister, who is 17 years older than me, my nephew is my age, right? So my sister was like, man, when Matt was going through a biting phase, I just reached a point where I bit him back and he never bit me again. I was like... Like, I don't really think it suits my parenting style to bite my child, but it's still a funny story to me. Establishing dominance, I guess. I guess so. I made a deal with her also because I sometimes play bite her, and I acknowledge that that's probably not a great idea. So I haven't done it in a while, but when she bit me today, I was like, okay, I'll make a deal. You don't bite mommy because it's not funny and it hurts, and I promise I won't bite you anymore. So we made a deal, and she remembered it because later... We were in bed. We had changed her sheets. She was very excited. She has a toddler pillow now, which is basically like a really flat pillow. She has a toddler pillow and she was so excited. And she also picked out bright orange sheets because she's my kid, I guess. Was like so jazzed to go to bed tonight to be in her orange sheets with her new pillow. We lay in her bed because she has a full-length single bed. We lay in her bed and read books at night. And so we laid in bed, and she pretended that she was going to bite me. And I was like, you don't bite me. And then she looked at me and she goes, and you don't bite me. And I was like, that's right. I don't bite you either. I promise. And she goes, yes. She's two. It's crazy. She's so big. She talks so much and like so clearly. It's wild. Yep. So no more bites. She was trying to get around it by like going and like mouthing at me. Or, like, pretending she was going to bite and then kissing me instead. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this because I feel like I'm going to get surprised with a really bad bite. When you had her on stream the other day, I was amazed how much she was saying and how much I could actually understand. Yeah, because it's hard for us to tell, right? Because people are always like, oh, well, you're the parent. And you're around her every day, so of course you understand her. But... it's interesting having her around other people or talking to other people and seeing if they can understand her. She's going to get into the negotiation phase soon. The current phase is, I understand that we are supposed to take turns, but I don't want to. So, like, we were outside today, and we had filled up part of the paddling pool, and we were taking... I have a milk carton. Not, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Welcome, guys. If you were gifted a sub by Not, NOUGHT 93 in chat, take a second to say thank you. Thank you very much. That's so sweet. Yeah, I have a milk carton that I cut in half, and that's what I use to water the plants. And so she was grabbing water with the milk carton and then dumping it down her little slide. So we were just doing that over and over again. And I was like, okay, it's mommy's turn now. And she goes, no, it is not mommy's turn. When she's like, if she starts the sentence off with no, the rest of it is very punctuated. No, it is not mommy's turn. It's like, are you sure? Because we share, don't we? And I think it's mommy's turn now. Because we take turns, don't we? So it's mommy's turn now, right? So can I have it? And she goes, okay. But But I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it to start turning into negotiation shit. It's like one more time, that sort of thing. She currently asks for more and more books at night, which is very cute. But we keep it to like 3 books and 2 songs. I need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is, okay? How on brand is that? I need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is. It was in the song if nobody could hear that. Can you not hear the music? In the song, somebody's voice went, I need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is. Hold on, we have to go back because otherwise y'all are gonna think I am making shit up. It must have been at the end of the song.
I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who buys it. I know how good it is.
Could you hear that? Yeah, it's a Pulp Fiction quote. Anyways. Okay, so we need to turn on our iron so that we can try and get this like locked into place to make it easier to sew it. So, is the white mug sturdier than the black one? I'm clumsy and I broke the black one and chipped the second one. Maybe the larger mug can take more hits. Oh, these are definitely like thicker mugs. Yeah. The black ones are more of like a standard size mug, and these ones are bigger and just generally thicker. Definitely more sturdy, yeah. Let that heat up for a sec. I love the chair command. The chair command does not love anyone. This is one-sided. You gotta get out. Did not plug in my baby, speaking of. Oh my god. Is the webcam really low FPS? It's not supposed to be, but it's also dark. And when it's dark, web cameras and just cameras in general have a hard time showing like a clear image. So it's like compensating as much as it can for the fact that there are lower light levels in here currently. I didn't watch the Hannibal reunion, but I saw some like highlights. I'm not sure where to watch it, but it was a Nerdist thing, right? So it's probably on their YouTube, I would assume. apparently they talked a lot about what season 4 and season 5 would be if they were able to make them, and everybody's like, bleh. If you hover over a sub badge, it'll tell you what it signifies. Hannibal is like wound up being one of my favorite shows, I think. Like, aesthetically, it's just gorgeous. And I loved, like, Brian Fuller's versions of Hannibal and Will Graham as characters. But it got canceled and no one picked it up. And so they did a reunion panel for Nerdist, and everybody was losing their minds. This is literally just all of them all together in a group call, just like talking about the show, I guess. And about like how they developed the characters from the actors' point of views and stuff like that. And talked a lot about what season 4 and season 5 would be if anybody bothered to get it. Who tells me?
Yet he is no ordinary man.
If I recall correctly, they were in licensing hell because the show caught up to Silence of the Lambs. Right. The most beautiful, murdery, gory show. Yeah. You know, when there's a show where every time you see gorgeous food on screen, you're like, it's people. I have to remember it's people. It's I can't eat it. It's humans. Brian Fuller did also do Pushing Daisies. What the fuck was that? That was so weird. Yeah. If Netflix grabbed it, that would be amazing. I know that it's popped up on Netflix, I think worldwide now, maybe. So, is it as gory as Hannibal the movie? Oh my god, it's an extremely gory show. Very visually creepy and unsettling. A very gory show. So yeah. Keep that in mind. There's lots there, even for me, and I don't get affected by that stuff super easily, especially in this scenario, because they kind of push it to like a surreal artistic realm to keep with the themes of the show. There are a couple of scenes in specifically the first season that I have a hard time looking at. So, yes, it's very artistic gore. Who knew that existed? It's very artistic gore, though. Northern Exposure. Oh my god, I haven't thought of that show in forever. My dad was obsessed with Northern Exposure. I loved the gore in Hannibal. Yeah, for the most part, it's fantastic. There's one specific episode that I have trouble with. I don't know why. I think sometimes, especially in like a murder show or like a procedural like police show or anything like that, where they might show like different ways for a person to die, I think sometimes you run into something on a show like that where you're like, ooh, that actually, I don't like that. I don't like that. So there's a specific episode that I can recall immediately that was like, no. What is Northern Exposure? It takes place in like, I don't know that it's supposed to be like the deep north Alaska, but it's like very, very small town Alaska. And it's one of those, like, this person, if I recall correctly, this is so long ago, if I recall correctly, it's like there's a person from the city who has to go to this town in Alaska, and it's like not a sitcom, but it's kind of like just a slice of life-y sort of show about the people that live in this town. right? Unless I'm thinking of a different show. Okay, good. There's an episode that I watched when I was younger that I will think about, that I will recall just randomly, and I don't know why. It's the only episode that I can like recall really well. Was an episode where there's a husband and wife in the show, and hi Terry. Oh, my cousin's in chat. Everybody say hi, Terry. We're talking about Northern Exposure. Yeah, there's an episode where, like, the wife suddenly gets really insecure about how big her feet are. And it's like a whole thing where she's like, my feet are so big and I'm so insecure. And I don't think I realized how big they were until now. And the husband... There's a scene that I don't know why, I can just like perfectly recall it, where the husband is like, I love her feet. I kiss those feet. And I think about it all the time. I don't know why. I love those feet. I kiss those feet. I can like see the scene. All right, let's, I can smell that, which means that it's plenty hot. So I'm gonna, try to put this on and then we can start sewing. There's an episode about a bear that turns into a man. There's like a fantasy element to that show? I do not remember this. It was your awakening. I'm good with that. I didn't want it directly on the line. I thought that was kind of too far, but just like slightly more over this way. I like that, I think. Okay. And now we can sew it on. Easy peasy. Just chill. Hang, sew, talk about Hannibal. You know, the usual shit. This is called royalty-free lo-fi. That is the name of the list.
Forgot my scissors. I was like, how am I gonna cut this? I just do it with my teeth, but I don't want to. Yeah, Komi-san is really cute. I'm glad that from what, and no spoilers, but from what people were saying, that some of the issues that I did have with it apparently lessen as the manga goes on, so that's good. But yeah, it's very cute.
Welcome, you fine, cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Mirin Ethereal, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. So again, when sewing on these patches, the goal is to have the sewing line not really stand out much, to have it kind of like rest underneath like the outside stitching if possible, or to have it blend in with it so that it looks like it's just kind of part of the design. I'm going with black because there's already black stitching, like a little bit of black stitching around the leaves, so I think that it'll work fine. Sam started watching Breaking Bad, which is fine because I loved that show and I'm glad that he's watching good TV. But we haven't finished Dark, and so part of me is like, do I just watch it on my own? Do I watch it on my own now? Is that the plan? Two very intense shows at the same time. Yeah. I watched Breaking Bad. I want to say like my second year in Los Angeles. When like the whole thing was pretty much done. Is Dark worse than Stranger Things? In what way? Like objectively worse, or like is it scarier, or like worse how? Your hair reminds me of a bowl of ice cream. That's weird. Thank you, Gary. I'm not sure I want to watch something too similar to Stranger Things. Oh, they're not similar. In terms of like subject matter, they're not similar. They are both, here's a place and something strange is happening there. But that's really as far as the overlap is. I guess I've napped enough. So far, you can barely tell that I've stitched here, which is the goal, so that's awesome. Siren, how are you? How have your streams been going? Oh my god. I did. Sorry, Arnar. You, just like, for some reason, seeing you in chat reminded me of this. I had responded to Brandon TV on Twitter because he was like, hey, we're looking for content creators who are interested in doing some VO works, looking specifically for females, but, you know, anybody can apply, to do, like, a Viking voice. So just, like, send in a clip of yourself doing a Viking voice. So I assumed they meant, like, fantasy Viking, right? Because if you watch shows like Vikings, they all sound wildly different. There is no consistency whatsoever. So it's what Joe Fudge and I were lovingly calling fantasy Viking, right? They all sound like fantasy Viking. Arnar was a super sweetie and messaged me and was like, hey, here, like, if you want it to sound more kind of Icelandic, here are, like, a couple of things to keep in mind. And then I like did a reading and I sent it in, and I didn't feel super good about it. I sent it to Octo, and y'all know Octo is like an incredible, he just has, there are some people that have ears for the specific things that, I don't know how to put this. Like, he can listen to an accent and identify the things that create those sounds, right? So I sent it to him and I was like, I'm looking for feedback. I've already sent this in. But, you know, Octo's like one of my biggest cheerleaders when it comes to VO stuff, which is very sweet. So I was like, I was just curious if you would listen to this and, like, tell me what you think. And he was like, the reading is fantastic. Like, you know, you've done a lot of acting stuff, so I'm not shocked. The reading is really good. But can I give you feedback about the accent? And I was like, yes, please, because it doesn't sound right to me. And he was able to be like, okay, when you say these sorts of words, you should imagine this kind of a thing happening in your mouth. And when you end words in this way, you know, they do a really subtle thing where there's like an invisible H at the end of these kinds of words. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, Octa just like, he just has so much knowledge about that stuff. I was like, that's amazing. Thank you. I will practice all of this just in case they're interested in me and ask for me to do more. So shout out to Octo and shout out to Arnar. What is Zacharias gonna do now? We can't talk about that on my stream because not everybody has caught up with Strange Roads, so I don't know what you mean. Who out of everybody in the group is he going to one day seduce and fall madly in love with him? I just don't know. I assume that's what your question must be. What the hell? Mr. Mad Spy? I don't know why. I don't know why. But Mr. Mad Spy just gifted 100 subs. Thank you very much. Why not? Bless you. Thank you very much. If you were gifted a sub just now by Mr. Mad Spy, please take the time to say thank you. It's extremely generous. Thank you so much. Mad Spy, super into sewing. Thank you. Holy Stromboli. I have been tuning in for like a split second of Sam's Arcadem games. I'll watch like 10 or 15 minutes at a time and then make myself leave. But they're so fun to watch. It's really hard to leave. But their game has already directly affected my character, so I don't want to know. I don't want to know if shit happens, you know? So Arcadem is great, yeah. He's very sweet. And, like, an incredibly hard worker. Pretty much every time I talk to him, I'm like, hey, you should get some sleep sometime. Hey, you should take care of yourself. Sam is the adult. Yeah, I was talking about this, I think, during Saturday Morning Duger. Sam, multiple times in multiple games, has wound up being, like, Team Mom in a campaign. And his character definitely has mom energy in this game. Yeah, for sure. Someone drew our characters together, even though they've never met. This is very cute. Arcadem and Sam talking about imposter syndrome and overworking themselves was wild. Oh, I didn't listen to it. Poor boys. Yeah, we've also got for the Bret campaign, I've got my my character like fully planned out now. There's an Unearthed Arcana thing that lets you create a storm sorcerer, and Bret said sure. So I'm going with that for my sorcerer. That ensures, because Super Shigi is also, I guess, playing a sorcerer. So I was talking with Joe, and Joe was like, you should just try to find something that's like totally off book. And that way you can keep building your character without feeling like there's potential for overlap. And in the same thing that lists out like Swashbuckler, which is a rogue thing,
there was also a sorcerer aspect that was like making a storm sorcerer, and it's perfect because this character that I've been like talking through with chat is very like emotion based because they're very, very young and don't like totally know how to use their power well, and the storm sorcery thing is entirely like tempestuous, and it's a lot of imagery for me that I like. And I'm on a boat. So. Storm Sorcerer is now in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we're starting beginning of August for that.
I'm also talking with Joe about doing something for Joe Fudge's campaign, so
Look, I'm gonna go from being in no D&D games to just being in a fuckload of them again. Because they're very fun, and I get very invested, and it's nice to have something that you're very invested in that's like creative, you know? Also, when I have characters that I'm really enjoying playing, I feel a lot of like
art inspiration. It makes me want to try to draw them all the time.
I keep trying to draw Zacharias and it never looks good ever, but you know, that's okay because I'm drawing and that's what matters.
Feels like you, Sam, and Bree have all suddenly got into multiple streamed D&D games.
Sam has always...
When Sam and I first met, he had never played any tabletop games before.
And desperately wanted to.
And now, he knows the rules way better than I do. Despite the fact that I've been playing for way longer than him.
He knows the rules way better than I do. Has played so many different games. He just loves it. So
it's not that I don't love it. It's that I try to be really careful about doing too many things, especially since having Clark. I don't want to get to a point where like I have all of this other stuff going on, and when I'm with Clark, I'm just a zombie, because that doesn't feel good. And I like being able to play with her and be active, you know. So I've always been a bit more careful about like doing too many things. Sam just like, it's really hard for him to say no to a D&D game. Whenever you feel like I would love to see your art. Oh gosh. Sometimes I know that this is normal. Sometimes I draw something and I'm like, that's great. I fucking crushed that.
And other times I draw something and I'm like, wow, that's bad.
And there's like apparently there's like a brain phenomenon that happens where the longer that you've been drawing, the more you are able to notice the things that you are doing wrong, right? Proportions and all of that sort of stuff. You'll start to notice. So at first, you'll like grow a lot as an artist and be like, wow, my art is looking so much better. And then your brain will catch up to understanding what your art now looks like and be like, oh, but I'm doing all of this stuff wrong, right? And then you'll go through a new growth process again. So a lot of times artists, I guess, will like hit wave after wave after wave of, wow, my art looks like shit. And that's why when you have an artist that you love who constantly talks about how their art is garbage and you're like, what do you mean? It looks incredible. It's perfect. It's because their brain
has caught up to where they are artistically and can see the things that they consider to be a flaw and like hyper focus on them and are potentially trying to overcome what they don't like in their own art. So it's just a never ending process of like trying to improve, and noticing things that you want to improve. So you'll like your art for a minute, and then you'll hate your art for a minute, and then you'll like your art for a minute, and then you'll hate your art for a minute, is apparently the doomed cycle of an artist. So sometimes when I've been drawing things and I've been like, yeah, this all looks nice, and then I suddenly don't like the way that it looks anymore, I'll be like, maybe it's a sign that I'm just improving mentally and physically as an artist. And that's why. Maybe that's it. I do hate the general, no, I'm bad, I suck so much attitude that's common with artists. Do you think that, do you hate it because you think that it's discouraging for other artists? Like people who are working on their art? Siren is an artist, by the way. I believe an incredible artist. Very talented. Besso, how are you, bud? I think there's an aspect of refusing compliments that adds to that. Yeah, I've talked about that before, but I think that people in general need to learn to be better with compliments. As I learned when I was told to like start thinking, if somebody gives me a compliment, again, I've talked about this before, so feel free to ignore me. If someone gives me a compliment, I was told to imagine that I was the person giving the compliment. And that when you go out of your comfort zone to say something nice to a person, to have it deflected or brushed off doesn't feel good either. So if somebody is taking the time to tell you that they appreciate something about you, it is better in the long run in terms of like interaction with that person to accept the nice thing that they've said instead of trying to be like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Your opinion about how good I am is incorrect. Right? So my dad would tell me to like, if I got a compliment and I felt like I needed to be like, what do you mean? My hair looks awful. To think like, if I was the person going to another human and saying, hey, I think your hair looks really nice. It would be nice if it was apparent that that was a nice thing to hear from the other person. Not that you should pretend it was a nice thing to hear if it wasn't a nice thing to hear. Sometimes people give compliments and you're like, I didn't like that at all. But just in general. Oh God, Besso, I'm sorry. It's almost expected and normalized. It's so normal to rag on your own work. I don't think it's a good thing to do. Taking compliments and being able to present your work proudly is good. I agree. I agree, for sure. Aw, Jossum, thank you. I hope it's going well. Yeah, I think I've thought about that a lot more as well since having Clark, because I don't want to rag on myself in front of my kid. There's just no point to it, right? And like when I think of my parents when I was a kid, I was never critical of like how they looked, for example, right? My mom has always had things that she was like really insecure about body-wise, but I literally do not remember those things as a kid. I remember her talking about those things, but I don't remember ever looking at my mom and thinking like, wow, my mom's thighs are huge, right? So I try to remember that as well when I'm looking at myself and being critical of myself, that like that's not how Clark sees me, and it doesn't do anything beneficial for me to rag on the way that I look or rag on, you know, the things that I'm working on or any of that, to like encourage the process of not being perfect at something is probably good. Oh, I'm halfway done with my sewing project. Working together like this is really nice. Oh. Yeah, I like having an excuse to work on a project that I wouldn't normally take the time to work on. Like this. Oh, I saved up all my paintings and stuff just for today so I could do it alongside of everyone. That's very cute. This is the only patch I have. Yeah, I was hoping that one of the other ones would show up before today. But what can you do? Also, yeah, somebody brought up dysmorphia, which is an absolutely valid point to bring up. Like, not everybody is going to be in the same position with their own body, right? William, thank you. That's very sweet. I'm learning too. It's kind of like, you know, they always say that if there's a topic that you want to learn better, try to teach it. I feel that way sometimes. This is the sort of, when I talk about stuff, it's because it's something that I'm working on myself. Or it's something that I've spent a lot of time thinking about and learning about. And I'm sure that I will have lots and lots to learn my whole life. We are permanent students. There's going to be a point where I'm like that crotchety old woman who says something really shitty about something. And my kids or my grandkids are going to have to sit me down and be like, Mom, that was really fucked up. And, you know, just mentally preparing for that. Being open to listening. Arnar, thank you for gifting subs. And Avi, thank you for gifting a 3-month sub to Paper Stained. Thank you, guys. Welcome, newbies. Welcome back to our resubs as well. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. I remember Jesse saying something similar. I think Jesse and I have talked about that before, like, it's rapidly approaching. When we are the old people, it's coming. It's coming, and something's gonna happen, and we're gonna be like, what the fuck? What is this world coming to? And somebody's gonna have to sit us the fuck down. Man, I'm not gonna make it all the way through. Gonna have to start with a new thread just to do like the final end bit. We've done like all of this already, but I'm already like, I'm starting to run out of thread, so just this part I'm gonna have to get new thread for. I think somebody was asking if Clark has any obvious like hobbies or interests. Yeah, she's super into music. She does not ever want to be inside. She wants to be outside all the time, and she plays with my ukulele and her little keyboard, and we have an app on my phone that's like a bunch of different instruments, and she sings constantly, and it's wild. She's just a little fae. Yeah. She taps her feet to songs now, which cracks me up. I'm like, where did you pick that up? Like, if she's listening to a song and kind of spacing out, she like taps her foot. Like, when did you start doing that? That's so interesting to me. When a hobbit and an elf have a kid, it's a fae child, apparently. I guess. Little garden gnome. The way she says please right now absolutely destroys Sam. If she asks him for something and is like, Daddy, can I have it? Please. It's straight up a please, but like not on purpose. That's just how she says please. Daddy, can I have it, please? He's just like, okay. Like, how am I supposed to? I can't. It's too cute. Hi, Raptor. How are you? And it's hard as well because like she's finally saying please a lot, right? When she asks for things, she says please. And so I find myself having to be like, thank you for saying please, but no. Such good manners. Thank you for saying please. No, you cannot have a fourth gingerbread, which is what she calls the little gingerbread men that Sam buys her. No, you cannot have another gingerbread. But thank you for saying please.
Welcome, you fine.
Ms. Harley
coffee
Quinn.
drinking burrito
Thank you
babe.
very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. But I did the thing. Yeah. When, like, please should be the magic words, but they're not. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said please. I saw a video of a mom who was like, how come everybody hyped up the twos? How come everybody was like, oh man, the terrible twos. The terrible twos. And then once they're two, and you start being like, oh, the twos aren't so bad, then everybody's like, oh, wait till they're a three-nager. Because apparently that's a thing. And then she was like, and then when they turn 3 and they're a nightmare and you start complaining about the 3s, then people are like, oh, wait until you get to the furious 4s. She was like, are you kidding me? What was the point? Why not just be like, it's all awful. It all sucks. Fight me to the death, 5s. Oh, that video. What do you have? A knife! No! Oh my god. Insert Coin sent us masks. They're super cute. And they're much more comfortable than the ones that I've made and that we've had. So we were like, oh, sick. But one of the one that's my size, the like small face mask, just says AFK in giant letters on it. Sam was like, oh yeah, babe. You're away from keyboard at the grocery store. It's like, yup. You know it, baby. But it's cute though. Mine can kind of fit Clark. Almost. Insert Coin. It's like a geeky clothing company. But they, I guess, reached out to Sam because Sam used to be one of their clothing ambassadors. So they reached out to him like, hey, we've got masks. We would love to send you one. And he was like, can my wife have one? And then they sent me one. So mine says AFK and his says the grind is real. They're funny. But like I said, they're like way more comfortable than the ones we've had so far, so. Oh my god, we might get to the end here, y'all. We might get there without needing new thread. I'm trying. Waiting for someone to make a mask that doesn't steam up my glasses. Part of the reason that people talk about terrible twos and stuff is because children go through stages of equilibrium and disequilibrium that last about 6 months after a child reaches 18 months. So parts of every year seem awful and then nice. You forget how awful it was before you swap back. Yeah, I feel like when we were like a few months away from 2 years, we had like a really rough section with her. We're in a section now that's very like, we're in the no section right now. But, yeah, since trying to like offer to let her do more things herself, it's eased a lot of the miscommunication and stuff. So sometimes when we're like, all right, we have to go, so let's put on shoes. If she's like, no, sometimes the key is to be like, do you want to put your shoes on? And then she'll go, yeah. And then if she tries to put on her shoes and realizes it's not going to happen, then she'll be like, can you help me, please? This is very cute. That's it. She's on, baby. Yes, Raptor, I already played it. I didn't play it on stream. I just played it by myself, but I really liked it. It was very funny. Sick. Okay. So we have I'm Baby. We have Even Artichokes Have Hearts. And now Small Steps Every Day. That's cute. I like it. And we have 3 other patches on the way. And maybe I'll buy some wings. Who knows? That turned out very cute. I'm very happy with that. Cute. Can you show it closer to the camera? Oh yeah, sorry. I just chucked it. The new one. Those are the 3. And then if you weren't here at the start of the stream, these are the other ones that I got. Not that. Oh. This one. That one. And that one. Aren't they cute? This dinosaur one. This dinosaur astronaut. I love all of them, or I wouldn't have bought them. But like the dinosaur astronaut is so good. Yeah. Tree climber, because she never wants to come indoors. Never stop dreaming. She loves dinosaurs. And her room is like kind of, not, I don't want to say space themed, but it's like stars. There's a lot of stars in her room. And then I just think it's cute. My 4-year-old wants the dinosaur one. It's very cute. Wait a minute. I'll link you to the store. Unless you don't want me to. Unless you would rather I didn't. They have another one. Patches. They have another one that's a cat, an astronaut cat that says reach for the stars. So I went back and forth on which one of those I wanted for a while.
I have designed this speaker to amplify my thoughts so people will quit asking me for sandwiches. That should work, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, Space Ghost.
Go ahead,
My show was...
Space Ghost. One for her and one for you. Yo, I should put some patches on my jacket. I don't have any on there. I can put I still have one of the old Boss Cat horror patches. Put that on there. But yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, we poked you with sticks till you fell down. Remember?
You sure I didn't harness the power of the sun?
No, it's definitely sticks. Beaten with sticks.
All right, go get them.
Yeah, well, originally I was like, oh, I'm gonna put these on, because again, like I got the artichoke one and everything. What, Danny, when did you give that to me? When she was like only a couple months old, right? When you guys came to stay? When we did Designer Con. She was not very old. Only like a few months. And so I was like, oh, this is great. I'll put them on my diaper bag. I'll put them on my diaper bag, which is basically like a diaper backpack. Put them on my diaper bag, no problem. And I just never did it. And then for Christmas last year, my brother and sister-in-law got their daughter and Clark matching denim jackets. But they already had like lots of like embroidered stuff on them. So she has a little jacket that's super cute that has like a big C on it with like stars and stuff, and it's adorable. But it's definitely very like themed.
Welcome to the program.
And I was like, oh, a denim jacket.
It started?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe I should just get her another jacket for when she's bigger, right? When she's grown out of this one. Maybe I should just get her another jacket and start putting patches on it, which is why it was so silly that we put it on just to like see what it looked like, and she adored it so much that she asks to wear it now. And I'm like, but it's so big on you. It's very cute on her though, even huge. Any games on the horizon you're looking forward to? I'm excited to play Ooblets. I'm excited to play Silk Song. Darkest Dungeon 2. Her accent's definitely a hybrid right now. People on stream have said that she sounds very English. I can't tell because I'm around her every day. But people said she sounds very English but has like specific words that she says that are really American, which I definitely agree with.
I've been told that Dragon Quest Builders is great. Is Fall Guys out? I didn't think that was out yet. Not yet. Okay. This is what I thought. This is what I thought. Ugh. I have heard of Mo Astray. We played it on stream. We didn't get the true ending, but we played it. The free game that Temmie released? Oh, people were linking that to me. I have not looked at it yet. Are there Hollow Knight patches? I'm sure there are. I have, what are those called? Lapel chains? The things that are like 2 pins and then a chain in between. I have a Hollow Knight chain. And I never get the opportunity to dress up often enough for me to use it. So I might just one of these days just wear it on stream. Because it's so cool. Oh, you tweeted about those. My partner bought them for me on my birthday and I love them. Oh, they're so good. Make your own opportunities to wear it. Yeah, it's true. There was a makeup video that I watched where the person was like, people are always seeing me put on makeup and are like, oh, I could never pull that off. But like literally the second that you put it on and just decide that that's what you're gonna wear, you're already pulling it off. And I was like, you know, you could make fun of that frame of logic, but at the same time it's like it's kind of true, right? Because it's easy for me to be like, I stream in t-shirts and sweatpants and plaid shirts, and that's my thing. That's how I dress every day. But it doesn't have to be, right? That's one of the reasons that I thought it would be really fun to have a either a stream or a video series where I read books or read children's books. So I was like, oh my god, that would be such a perfect opportunity to just like always dress up for. I could like always dress up to read books. A formal stream, we could all dress up for it. You guys can just lie to me and be like, yeah, I'm in the suit. I'm obsessed with a forest green shade of lipstick. I have to decide to pull it off. Yeah. Yeah. They were like, look, if I put on black lipstick and leave the house, I'm pulling it off. I left the house with it on. It's my thing now. I loved that. Whatever happened to community challenges? I would love to do community challenges again. I can't remember if we stopped doing them because of Clark or because of just me. I don't remember. Yeah, I am currently wearing a jammy jumpsuit that I wore outside because it was hot. And then I threw a long plaid shirt over it, and that is what I am streaming in. So. Yeah, I used to have a dark lipstick, and I think when I did my makeup purge before we moved, I got rid of a lot of my lipsticks.
Because I almost never wore them. So I was like, if we're choosing things to put in a suitcase, I'm not going to put like a huge bag of shit in a suitcase. I'm going to just get rid of a bunch of stuff. So I did. And now my makeup literally is in just like a little bag like this big, like my everyday makeup. But I do keep thinking to myself like, oh, it would be fun to have, you know, like at least one eye palette that's a bit more poppy and some darker lipsticks and stuff like that. I should get some, just to be able to have some variety when I do decide I want to wear makeup. Are you concerned your daughter will have an English accent? Concerned? No. I was asking Sam, I was like, if you could decide, if you could like choose to have or not to have the accent that you grew up with, would you want it? And he was like, no. Even though I love his accent, and I love that it's been getting a little stronger over time. But I'm allergic to most makeups, no point wasting money on it. Yeah, that's fair. Why does he not like it? I think everybody, whatever accent you have growing up, you think that it's boring or that other ones sound way better. I think my accent is extremely boring. It's not that I hate it. I just don't think that it's particularly interesting. You know. Is it a cliche that Americans like English accents? Yeah, for sure. And it has been made abundantly clear to me that English people do not give a fuck about American accents. But I think Americans, for the most part, only hear like one or two English accents consistently. And I don't think that there's a whole lot of knowledge about the variety, like the depth of variety of accents in the UK. Sam gave us a crash course lesson on English accents while playing The Witcher. Would you subcategorize your accent as Valley Girl Americana? I think a little Valley crept in while I was living in LA, for sure. But I think my accent, for the most part, is still Pacific Northwest, which is just a very bland American accent, for the most part. Sam's accent adjusted quite a bit when he moved to America because people couldn't understand him, because he would ask for tomatoes or water or like any number of perfectly normal things, and people would ask him to repeat it like 8 or 9 times. And it got to the point where he would say it in such an Americanized way over and over again that it started to like creep in as like the way that he actually pronounced things. And then obviously like swapping words over and just living in a place and hearing the same accent all the time, you're gonna slowly adjust. So how far along have we gotten in Dracula? Only 2 chapters. We've only read 2 chapters so far.
Sam. So, there was a guy that we met, I want to say like 2 years ago. One of Sam's sisters was going on a date with a guy, and we met him before they went out. And Sam was like, why is he putting on that accent? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was explaining to me that there are definitely like forms of posh English accents that people like exacerbate on purpose. So like, of course, there are people who just sound very posh, but there's like versions of posh English where that people just like put on as an affectation to sound even more, like even more so. I was so confused, like after meeting this guy, and Sam was like, why is he talking like that? Like, why is he pretending to be that posh? No one is that posh. That's so stupid. And yeah, it might be because Sam's family is very Cockney, but they were all like, yeah, what the fuck? Why is that fucking dude talking like that? So. Oh, interesting. I've been told, though my friends and I don't notice it, that I have a bit of a German Icelandic accent. Likely from my German grandma who babysat me years ago. Oh, that's interesting. Ironically enough, I was randomly recommended an old strippin' video from 2016. Half of the comments were saying that he didn't sound English anymore. It used to really bother him because he already felt homesick. And so to have people like also saying you don't even sound like you're from England anymore, like that's how he would read it, you know? To be hearing something like that made him feel even more displaced from home, you know? So I think it really did used to bother him. But I really like his natural accent. I like it a lot. So I like that it's been coming back more. It definitely comes back a lot stronger when he's talking to specifically his brothers, because his brothers have like just very thick accents. Very slangy as well. Like they both incorporate a lot of slang, I feel like. My fiance told me my voice gets deeper when I talk to my brothers and dad. I was saying yesterday during Saturday Morning Duger, and my mom texted me after she watched it and was like laughing about it. I was saying that when I talk to my mom, initially in the conversation, my voice is much higher. So I'll always be like, "Hi, mommy." "Hi, mommy, how are you?" And then it slowly like comes down to my normal speaking voice again. I always find it funny people use different voices for different people. Yeah, well, we were talking about like customer service voice, right? Like if you're like answering the phone and you need to sound professional, or if you're like calling like the way that I would talk if, say, I needed to call, you know, a technical assistance person for something, the way that I would talk over the phone would also sound different to how I normally sound. Your phone voice typically will sound different to how you sound, you know? My stepdad goes up 2 octaves when he tries to speak Spanish.
As a camp counselor, I talk very different with kids than I do with other people. I'm sure that's true as well. I definitely talk differently to Clark. I'm sure you've all heard that. I think that's normal, though. The way that I talk with Clark, number one, I think I over-enunciate words. Because I want her to, like, hear the words for what they are. And cat talk, yeah. When one of the cats come in, I'm always like, "Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart." That's also kind of the way I talk to Clark. It's really just a general, like, little thing that lives in my house voice. I've been going through my second puberty because I've been on HRT for 4 months. I'm so excited to see my voice dropping. Yeah, I've heard that the like 3-4 month range is typically when that happens. Have you ever accidentally called one of the cats Clark? I have, yeah. Yes, I have. Yeah, they're good. Cats are good. I keep trying to... So I bought a bunch more plants. Right? And one of them is my Kristen plant. My Kristen plant is a catmint plant. So it's gonna get big and bushy like Octomint. But I keep trying to like show it to the cats because it's supposed to be one of those plants that cats just love. So I keep leaving it out while they're outside. They just completely ignore it. They completely ignore it. What are you gonna do? I guess I should be grateful because it'll give Kristen a chance to actually grow. I listened to a video of my voice before I started hormones and I actually cringe at my voice. I don't know if fun is the right word, but it sounds like it's probably like really fun to hear your voice drop. Because it's like a very it's a very obvious like indicator of change, right? Do you have labels for all of your plants or do you know them by heart? Oh, the ones that are named I know. But not all of them are named anymore because I went to a garden center and bought a shit ton of plants and I have not named all of them yet. So... What plants? The ones that don't have names currently are, my sage plant doesn't have a name. Dill doesn't have a name. My rosemary doesn't have a name. I have a zucchini plant and some broccoli and cauliflower plants that are growing now, but I don't know that I'm going to bother naming them. Maybe I will. I don't know. Clark picked out a bunch of different like flowers that I planted all together. And all of them are purple, so it's very cute. There's just a box of like a bunch of purple flower plants, including the lavender. None of those have names. But the bees love them. Oh my god, we had bumblebees abound on those flowers, which was very cool. I got Genie 2.0. Genie 2.0 is a lemon balm plant. And then, What else did I get? I can't remember. But everything is doing so well. I finally have supports in for Crendor and Jesse, so those are nice. Everything is growing really, really well, except for the basil plant. It just, after that downpour of rain, it got so upset, and it has not recovered. But I wound up, for better or for worse, as like stalks completely died, I would just pick them off from the rest of the plant to try and be like, everything that is still healthy can stay, and hopefully encourage more healthy growth instead of trying to like fix this shit that's already dead. So it hasn't died yet, but it's not happy. It is. Basil's like a super drama queen. Well, I have two different ones, right? Like our Greek basil is the Aran plant, and I think it's finally stable. Like it's finally like back to being like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna start growing again and having a good old time. And the other one is like, no, my life is terrible and everything sucks.
See you again soon. Goodbye.
Yes, that is how English people pronounce basil. But I've been hearing basil constantly, so that's how I say it now. How is Crendor doing? Amazing. Crendor is tiny and has pushed out so many tomatoes. None of them are red yet, but like the production of the Crendor plant is insane. It's like this big. I have not clipped it ever. It's like this big and a shit ton of tomatoes. And then the other one is Big JC, the Jesse Cox plant, which is huge and maybe like 5 tomatoes. So I was saying that when I showed Jesse a picture, he was like, he's a grower, not a shower, which is what I always say now when people like see it in pictures and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you know, the Jesse plant. Big JC. Are you offended by our subpar cereal selection? I am not a cereal person anyway, so I have not noticed that there is a subpar cereal selection. That's what Sam said too. Sam was like, this plant is Buffdor. It's a perfect representation of who Crendor is in this moment. It's small, but like thick on the production. So yeah, our parsley plant, parsleyouche, huge. Octomint is huge. Yeah, everything is doing really well. I'm very happy. And Clark is obsessed with taking care of all of it, which is adorable. So every single day she wants to go out there and water it. But at a certain point I have to be like, okay, now let's water the grass, because if we water stuff too much, it'll die. Only Clark and I are awake for breakfasts. So, we normally do porridge. It's like oatmeal. We'll do porridge, or we'll do scrambled eggs, or we'll do like yogurt and fruit, or pretty simple stuff. She had a tummy ache a couple of days ago, so it was just toast. And when she was done eating it, she was like, "Mummy, more toast." I was like, "You had so much toast." We're not having more toast. Oh, Rosa, I hope you get to go. Bye, Avi. Thanks for hanging out. More toast. I don't really like the sausages, though. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about like the texture or the flavor or whatever, but I'm not a fan really.
Oh, well, name a plant after you. Rosa! Stop, that's so cute. Scrapple? I don't think I've ever heard of a scrapple. Oh, yeah, there are, when lockdown first started, one of the only things that we could find in the freezer section of the grocery store was sweet potato waffles. And so we were like, okay, and took a box of sweet potato waffles home. And Clark loved them so much that we have continued to buy sweet potato waffles. And they go on sale all the time because no one else fucking buys them. So they're all ours, I guess. So we just keep buying sweet potato waffles. So that's another breakfast thing. Bye, Basmandias. Thank you for hanging out. Good night, Elodie. A lot of you going to bed. Me too, pretty soon here. Have you had the privilege of a roast dinner yet? Oh yeah. I mean, remember, I've been coming to England for at least Christmases for years now. And this is random, but are you and Sam ever thinking about getting a dog? Sam wants a dog so bad. Here's the problem. Is my poor mommy, and it's not like she lives with us or anything, but she does want to visit, and when she can visit, she wants to visit for like long periods of time, right? To like really soak up the time with Clark and everything. Sam really wants a dog, but my mom is very allergic to dogs. And there is inconclusive, like, evidence on whether or not hypoallergenic dogs, like getting a hypoallergenic dog when somebody is like really allergic to dogs, is actually helpful, because there are a variety of things about the dog they could be allergic to. So yes, we would love to have a dog at some point. I think we've agreed to wait until Clark's a little bit older so that she can appreciate like raising a dog, and to hopefully figure out what would be the best option for my mom to still be able to like come and spend a lot of time with us. So yeah. Yeah, it could be the saliva, it could be the dander. Like, there are a lot of things that could contribute to an animal allergy. And my mom, my poor sweet mom, is one of those people that's like allergic to most animals, allergic to most plants, right? Like just has so many different things that can potentially like proc her allergies, so to speak. No, it's not enough. It's not enough for her to just like bring antihistamines. She's been in the hospital before for it. So we would need to be like really careful. Yeah. Like Danny, when Danny came to visit us, he was like, I'm allergic to cats. And I was like, oh shit. And he was like, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna bring allergy medicine. And every day that he was with us, he would take allergy medicine, and I think for the most part was fine. But it made me, because I've, had my mommy in my life forever, it made me be like, is that okay? Like, is that enough? Are you gonna be fine? But like, part of me thinks an option could be, if we decided to get a dog, that, because like pretty much everybody in Sam's family has dogs and they all dog sit for each other, an option could be that while my mom is visiting, like we get the house like super deep cleaned and our dog stays with a family member for a little bit. So that's an option, but I don't know. We would figure it out.
kind of dog does Sam want? Sam and I both like huge dogs. I love all dogs. Sam does too. But like the dogs that make him go, oh, I want a dog so bad are like huge dogs. Not a husky. Not like a hyperactive dog. Oh, what? Wanted to tell you I think you're wicked. You're my favorite female streamer. Top 3 favorite streamers of all time. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. I'll try to live up to that in the future. Yeah, so Sam's family has had French Mastiffs. So they currently have a French Mastiff named Mabel, and she is the cutest, sweetest dog in the whole wide world. And then, like, his brother has a German Shepherd named Bear. And Bear is, like, if he stood on his hind legs, would 100% be way taller than I am. Both dogs are very sweet. I love Mabel. She's just so cute. And when she walks over, she's always got like a bunch of drool coming out of her mouth and shit. I just love that. And she's very gentle with Clark. She's very sweet with Clark, so. Yeah. And I've loved having a yard, like a yard with grass. Because remember, we had like a backyard technically in our old place, but it was all stone and then a pool, which was great. The pool was great. But as like a leafy person, I was really sad to not have any grass and have nowhere to like have a garden or anything. So it's been really fun when the cats go outside, because the cats go outside a little bit every day. It's been really fun to like watch them just lay in the grass in the sun. It's so cute. As someone who is hard of hearing, I wanted to say thank you for the CC. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm so glad that it works so well. Yeah, Watson will come outside and like sniff at stuff and chill, but she does not go very far from the house anymore. Sherlock never went very far from the house. There's an area of the grass that is meant to be the chicken run eventually that we don't like, we just let it grow. And every now and then Sherlock will go out there and just like mess around in that grass, and I'm always like, I really hope that he doesn't come back with like something weird on him. Watson did go missing for like 24 hours. No, we do not have a new P.O. box yet, and I don't think you can get any right now. So we will let y'all know if we get a new one. Have you heard of catios? Like the I'm trying to think of the right word. A patio for a cat, right? That's like covered. A catio. Yeah, catio. Sorry, my T's and D's are the same.
Yeah, we already did our project. I'm probably going to wrap up in like 15 minutes. Just been hanging out, talking. How do you say dentist? Dentist. It depends on the T. Water. It's a D. Water. No, don't. I actually, you know what? No, I need to listen to this clip because everybody keeps being like, you definitely said dick when I did not. I have to listen to this. Hold on. I'll kneel down and grab a dick if there is one. Oh my god, it does sound like I say dick. What the fuck? No! No! I was so expecting to listen to this clip and be like, see, the S was just really soft. Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
She said stick. What?
I
heard.
That's not what I was gonna stick in there.
You gotta enunciate, Dodger.
The context was also so bad. I know, what the fuck? I like paused just enough that it's suspect as well. I'll kneel down and grab a dick if there is one.
What?
Oh. Jesse, what? Oh my god. It does not. No, it doesn't. It literally just sounds like I'm gonna kneel down and grab a dick. Like, that sounds exactly like what I said. Oh my god. The fan art from that Street Shreds episode after I said that was so funny. Oh shit. That's really funny. Fuck. Oh, there is. I'll kneel down and grab a dick if there is one. A dick if there is one.
What?
What? It's the best fucking part. Best part. What? Okay, I'm done. I did. That's why I was so confused because the context for this is that immediately before, Kelly in character had been like, Clarky, what's wrong? In character, Kelly had been like, because we're surrounded by webs, like spider webs, and she was like, "Oh, could we use something?" I think she even said a stick. Could we use something to like wrap up or like twist the web around on to like get it out of the way? And so I was like, "Okay, I'll kneel down and grab a stick if there is one." That's the context.
So silly. So silly. Both would do the job. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What's been your favorite game from this year? I mean, I haven't done many, right? I did. This year has blurred together, so it's hard for me to even recall. I did this game. I did Krendor's game. Or do you mean actual video game? That would make more sense. Am I pregnant? I am not. Yeah, I've liked my experience with shampoo bars. The only problem is the ones that we have used are Lush ones. I'd like to try other companies. The Lush ones, like, if you don't have them somewhere up high, there's so much, like, color in them that just, like, dribbles all over your shower. Which is not my favorite. So I want to get, like, those little, like, suction cup things for regular bar soap to have for a shampoo bar. Oh, what is she talking about, baby girl? What's going on? Sometimes I can tell what's wrong. Did she lose her bit? Yeah, let's wrap up, and that way I can see what's bothering my kid and maybe go to bed on time. Holy shit. Is there such a universe? Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. Let's see. We got some Valentines. Technomage said, I love pie. Amazing. Fatal Baptist said, stay healthy, drink good coffee, read books, and you know the rest. Otlik Pafka says, I don't come here often, but when I do, I'm 2 blinks from falling asleep. I hope that you are in a deep, beautiful slumber now. Annie Hanchard says, thank you for being wonderful, everyone. I lost my aunt last week. I was having a very, very hard time. You guys have calmed me down a lot, so thank you for just being chill. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Sending you a big hug. Rosa says, I'm running a D&D session 0 next Sunday if you're interested in joining. No pressure. I just know you mentioned you wanted more games to play. Oh, thank you, Rosa. I might be joining Joe's game, in which case I think I would probably be at capacity, but but thank you. That's very sweet. Princess Alexi also says, I wanted to send a quick Valentine to Dodger and everyone in chat. I found out that Bear, my parents' dog, was put down this morning. He was 17 and very loved, so thanks for the positive vibes and for keeping me company. You're all wonderful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Lots of very sad news. Big hugs to everybody. Any of you who are dealing with bad news or any of that. Thank you for spending some of your time with us. Arnar, thank you for gifting subs. That's very sweet. Oh, Imthams has redeemed a subscription and said, I would like to gift this sub to the cutest dude, Nigel Dragon, my lovely boyfriend of 5 years. Cute. Done. Consider it done. Boop. 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 Boop.
Very cute. Thank you, Imthams. Appreciate it. And let's see. Let's read off our activity feed as well. And I'll get out of your hair. I wonder why everything has been like chugging so hard lately. Vaterix, thank you very much for subscribing. Spuggy Bear, thank you for the 40 months. American Duchess, thank you for the 8. Zaboric, thank you for the 45. Badak for the 27. Avi, thank you for gifting 3 months to Filthy Turtle. I missed that. Thank you very much. PC Vikings, thank you for the 16. Avi, thank you for gifting 3 months to Siren. Missed that as well. Eagle Fang, thank you for the 43. My head is really big for the 41. Siren, thank you for the 2. Idauterliz for the 14. Exaven for the 45. Avi, thank you for gifting 3 months to Sir Chunks. Sir Chunks, thank you for the 41 months. Not, thank you for the 43. Emotional Kazoo for the 6. Parks for the 39. Nevlis for the 1 year. Again, happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Omnimon, thank you for the 58. Not for the gifted subs. Insane Mr. Stan for the biddies. Poldy for the 32. Gypsy Rose, thank you for the 43. Cytalist for the 32. Jack151D, thank you for the 19. Mike Everyday for the 20. Sunrissa for the 21. Mirin Ethereal, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Gira, thank you for the 35. T-Not Coffee Lady for the 28. Mr. Mad Spy, thank you again for 100 gifted subs earlier. Absolutely wild. I appreciate that so much. Again, if you were gifted a sub by anybody today, make sure that you find out who it was and say thank you. It's a Trap, thank you for the 59. Erwin Blah for the 23. Avi, thank you for gifting 3 months to Paper Stained Ink. Paper Stained Ink said, Avi, I saw that, and then resubbed for 30 months. Arnar, thank you for the gifted subs. Jotunda for the 18. Potato, thank you for gifting 3 months to Raptor. Ms. Harley Quinn, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Dodsy, thank you for the 2. Curly for the 40. Arnar, thank you for gifting a sub to Convey. Hytiri for the 28. Relador for the 57. Mario Getzoff for the 21. Arnar, thank you again for the 10 subs at the end here. Shao Connery, thank you very much for subscribing. Bun Chili for subscribing. Both of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Pajama Matt, thank you for the 40. And Arnar, thank you for gifting a sub to Dragoonia. Thanks, guys. Ruruni Henshin has suggested Critical Bard for our raid today. They are apparently finishing up The Last of Us. So just so you know that before we send you over there. Thank you, Ruruni Henshin. Go say hi to them. Be nice. Spread love. Spread joy, etc. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.